Hi, this is Mr. Evans. This video looks at environmental considerations, and AQA say you need to be aware of 4 impacts that businesses have on the environment. You also need to be aware of how businesses and consumers accept greater environmental responsibility in their decision making, and the costs and benefits to businesses of behaving in an environmentally friendly way. So the first thing that you need to know is AQA say that business have 4 impacts on the environment. First of all, traffic congestion. This could be quite an interesting area for consideration. We've got a whole increase in ordering online. There are some arguments that takes traffic off the road because people no longer drive to the supermarkets and stores to pick up their stuff but get them delivered. But obviously there's a huge increase on delivery vehicles, and that's not necessarily an easy circle to square. Obviously workers have to get to work as well, so businesses can have a big impact on the traffic. Businesses can recycle or dispose of waste in a non-environmentally friendly way. And finally, businesses can create noise and air pollution. These delivery vehicles, I live just up the road from a supermarket, and they get deliveries late at night, early in the morning, and it can be very loud, like pallets coming off the lorries. They make large bangs and so on. So businesses can have all sorts of impacts on the environment. You need to be aware of those 4 in particular. So the next bullet point says that, or the description here says that you need to be aware of how consumers and businesses can accept greater environmental responsibilities. So how can business look at accepting greater environmental responsibility? Well, through its packaging, ensuring its packaging is recycled, eliminating the use of non-renewable resources in the supply chain. So, using solar power, electric vehicles, etc., rather than fossil fuel powered vehicles. So the more we can drive down the use of non-renewable energy and resources, the better it's going to be for the environment. Businesses could use recycled materials to produce their products, and we're seeing more and more businesses kind of advertising the fact that plastic bottles, etc., are made from recycled products. Businesses can encourage employees and customers to travel in environmentally friendly ways, making it easier for people who are, say, riding bikes rather than in their cars to lock their bikes up near the supermarket or the business. Might encourage people to travel in environmentally friendly ways. Avoiding built-in obsolescence. So some products, and Apple have been accused of this, are built to expire. They're built to break after a certain number of years, and that benefits businesses because obviously consumers then have to replace those items. Avoiding that built-in obsolescence, where we're making products that are going to last for a long time, reduces the use of scarce resources in kind of replacing them. So building products to last, high quality products that are going to last for a good few years, is one way that a business can accept environmental responsibility. And finally, businesses might report on their environmental performance. So, for example, providing a report on how much carbon that they have emitted over the course of the year. This is actually I believe now a legal requirement for publicly listed companies to do that. So how can consumers accept greater environmental responsibilities? Well, they can refuse to buy products that are made with non-renewable resources. Consumers can demand less packaging on their products. I always find it very distressing, really, to go into the supermarket and see the amount of plastic that's used, say, on fresh vegetables, where I don't believe it really is necessary. Using more products in the sharing economy. So in big cities, often there are car clubs these days where you can, a car is parked in a public area. You can just join this car club and you can borrow the car for a few hours and put it back and it's there for someone else. It saves everyone buying a car, and therefore we use fewer resources. Consumers can recycle their waste. They can buy environmentally friendly products like solar panels and energy-saving light bulbs. And consumers can boycott businesses with a poor environmental record. So these are all ways in which consumers and businesses can accept environmental responsibilities. By the way, a boycott is where consumers refuse to buy a particular product. So what are the advantages and disadvantages to businesses of being environmentally friendly? Well, we need to know the costs and benefits to businesses of being environmentally friendly. Well, very similar to the benefits of being ethical, we can improve our reputation. Maybe we can charge a premium price because consumers might be prepared to pay a little bit more for something that we know is produced in an environmentally friendly way. It can become a source of differentiation, a unique selling point for us, a USP. The market for green consumers tends to be growing. Businesses that behave in an environmentally friendly way have less chance of negative publicity. People might want to work for that company, so staff morale might improve if workers feel that they're not having a negative impact on the environment. Workers might be more prepared to apply for a job with somebody a company that is environmentally friendly. And of course, reducing electricity use cuts costs. So if we replace all of our non-environmentally friendly bulbs with environmentally friendly ones, if we cut the amount of paper that we print, this can all be good in terms of reducing our costs and therefore arguably increasing profits. However, there's the cost of investing in environmentally friendly equipment. Spelling mistake in there. Using sustainable resources may increase the cost of production and therefore lead to more expensive products. And there are only a relatively small group of environmentally friendly, these green consumers that I've spoken about. Most people in reality look at the price of things first and then consider the environmental impact after. And unfortunately, sometimes the environmentally friendly products are more expensive and are therefore not bought. So they are the pros and cons to being environmentally friendly that you need to be aware of.